Do you have some old bendy carrots sitting in the fridge? Well, don't throw them out. They're probably just dehydrated. Pop them in some water for 5 minutes. Yes, this does work. Pull them out and they will be as good as...
The next time you want to make potatoes, try making it this way. Grab a skewer and slice some potatoes on it. The next thing you want to do is create as many slices as possible. Turn it around and do the same thing. Run it over cold water. Put some kosher salt right in your hand and smudge it all over the potatoes. Cook it over charcoal for about 20 to 25 minutes. Woo! Just make sure it's not too hot or else it'll burn. You can also use a gas grill.
Build the border. We're gonna build the border.
Turn it frequently. Use a toothpick to check if the inside's cooked. Toss it in a bowl with some melted butter. Add some cilantro. And boom! Crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. Tremendous.
All right, y'all, here is my recipe for sausage gravy. I'm gonna cook my Swaggerty sausage in a large, deep skillet. When it's brown, I'm not gonna drain the grease. I'm gonna add about 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour and mix that together and cook that for a little bit. The more that you cook that, the darker your gravy's gonna be. Then I'm going to pour my whole milk in until it covers the sausage. We like a lot of sausage in ours. Seasoning it generously with salt and pepper. And then as soon as it starts to get thick, I'm going to take it off the heat because after it sits for just a few minutes, it's going to thicken up even more. So pour that over your biscuit, add some more salt and pepper if you like, maybe slice up a tomato with that thing. If you like the tools that I'm using on my nonstick skillet, you can find the link in my bio, guys. Have a good day.
Here's another super simple chicken dinner that our family loves. You're going to take 4 chicken breasts and this time 2 packets of ranch dressing mix. I use the buttermilk because it has 0 carbs. Then I top the chicken with mozzarella cheese, about 1 cup, so 1/4 cup per breast. Then drain an entire jar of pepperoncini peppers. Cover the chicken with the peppers. Add a little bit extra cheese on top. Pop this in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes or until your chicken is completely cooked through. The house is going to smell amazing. People are going to come in the kitchen multiple times asking you, what is for dinner? They'll love it. They'll eat it up. Even our kids who don't like peppers love this.
Add 2 tablespoons of water, heat in the microwave, stir till blended. Add 4 cups powdered sugar, hand mix till it starts to form clumps. Pour out on the counter. Start kneading together over and over and it comes together and you have now made DIY marshmallow fondant.
All right, guys, so I'm going to show you how to make a fast food style taco meat, much like Taco Bell. So I did an 80-20 ground beef and I'm browning it up and I'm going to get it really crispy. And then I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of masa harina to absorb the juice and fat that's in the pan. And then I'm going to add taco seasoning and water and let that cook down. The masa harina and the oil kind of create a gravy, so it gives you that mushy meat feel like you get from the fast food chains. And then the key to this is you're going to add accent MSG. We're not trying to be healthy. This is a copycat fast food. Enjoy!
We're camping and making steak sandwiches on the griddle. As always, we'll prep our ingredients first. Chop green pepper, mushrooms, yellow onion, and I'm adding chipotle peppers and adobo sauce. They add a deep, rich flavor and a spicy kick. We'll give them a rough chop and save the sauce. Slice the ribeye in thin slices. The seasoning we're going to use is Tony Chachere's Light Creole seasoning. Topping our sandwiches with Munster cheese and yummy sausage rolls, and our setup is ready. Let's get to cooking. Spray the griddle with nonstick ghee and cook the veggies, chopped peppers, and remaining sauce until tender, about 4 to 6 minutes. Season with Creole seasoning to taste, scoot to the side and spray again. Add the ribeye slices in one layer, seasoning to taste, and flip after a couple minutes. Cook to preferred doneness, spray and toast the buns. Situate on the griddle the number of sandwiches you're making and top with veggies and cheese. Once the cheese is ooey and gooey, scoop it up on those toasted rolls and take a trip to Flavortown. Yum. These were absolutely amazing.
For today's recipe, we're making a quick and easy marinade for your next carne asada. In a medium bowl, add 1/4 cup of lemon juice, 1/4 cup of orange juice, 1/2 cup of Worcester sauce, 1/3 cup of soy sauce, 2 minced garlic cloves, 1/4 cup of minced cilantro, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, and 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. Mix until it's well combined. For the meat, I'm using chuck steak, but you can use whichever cut of meat you prefer. Add a layer of the marinade to a large baking dish. Add your meat. Pour the remainder of the marinade. Top off with orange and onion slices. Cover and refrigerate for 8 hours or overnight. After 12 hours, place that on the grill. Grill until it reaches your desired doneness. Enjoy it with tacos or with your favorite side dish. And enjoy.
This is my new favorite corn salad. Get a ripping hot cast iron and add your corn until it browns. Add cherry tomatoes, red onion, cilantro, and avocado. Smash in a garlic and the juice of a whole lime. Drizzle with olive oil and give it a good seasoning of salt and pepper. Mix it all together and enjoy.
All right, let's get some dinner started. We're gonna go ahead and make some kielbasa here. I'm gonna start scoring the outside of the skin, that way they don't pop. Now we're gonna mix our pico de gallo. We got onion, tomato, jalapeno pepper, cilantro, and some lime, and some flaky salt. We're gonna mix that all up. Now we're gonna put our kielbasa over the fire. We're gonna cook it about 1 minute per side. We're gonna turn it until we get the color we want. Then we're gonna move it in direct. Just keep it there to keep it warm. Now we're gonna throw in our cast iron, the onion, some salt to season. That's about it. Now we're gonna prep. We got some French rolls here. We got the kielbasa, some Oaxaca cheese. We're gonna put this back on the grill. That way it can melt, crisp up the bread. There they are, nice and cheesy. We're gonna top one with pico de gallo. The other one with some sauteed onions. There they are. Got them through. Check them out. Delicious.
So I just woke up. I'm going to tell you how to make these bomb-ass roasted potatoes. First you want to cut them like this, just like slithers. Then you want to boil them with a bit of salted water. Meanwhile, mix some shaved parmesan, chopped up garlic, or pepper spice with melted butter and salt and pepper. Looks pretty gross, but it's actually delicious. Then take out your boiled potatoes and spread them out on a tray and spread the mixture on top. Put them in the oven for 15 minutes on 200 degrees. Then take them out and rotate. Then cook for another 10, and then you get these crispy potatoes.
Okay, you want to know how to make the best, juiciest, most delicious chicken ever? Keep watching. Okay, you're going to need a chicken breast. I don't want to touch it. A rolling pin, some tin foil. Okay, bear with me.
Okay, so you're going to put your chicken breast on the tin foil, and then you're going to wrap it up like so. Next is where the rolling pin comes in. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to bash it. This is hard to do with only one hand. Along and all the way out to the sides, because you want to flat it so the chicken breast cooks evenly. So I'm going to keep bashing and then I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'll show you here. So you're going to go kind of like this and just bash it out. Next is how we get it to be super tasty. So we're going to put it on a plate and then you're going to season it with some salt. Next, we're going to put on the herbs and spices. This is a dry rub and I'll put the ingredients on the screen. You're going to do that on both sides and let it marinate for about 10 minutes. Then heat up a pan for 2 minutes on a medium heat. Then heat olive oil for 30 seconds. It should sizzle like this and cook for 5 minutes each side. Seriously, the juiciest.
Grab your crock pot. We're putting a spin on Taco Tuesday. Let's go. Spray your crock pot. Add 3 to 4 boneless chicken breast. You could add 5 if your crock pot allows and if you have a large family. In a large mixing bowl, you're going to combine 1 can of Rotel and 10 ounces of enchilada sauce. Add in salt, garlic powder, paprika, and some cumin. You're also going to add 1 tablespoon of Chipotle's in adobo sauce. This is the only ingredient I actually measure. Give it a mix. Pour it over your chicken. Cook on 3 to 4 hours, low or until the chicken is tender. In the meantime, cook some rice, white or brown. You want 4 cups finished when cooked, and drain a can of black beans. Once finished, shred your chicken, add it back to your crock pot, add in rice and black.
This is our favorite low-carb copycat Chick-fil-A sandwich. Start with soaking your chicken breast in dill pickle juice for 2 hours or more. Then you're going to coat with 1 beaten egg and then toss it really good in crushed pork skins. We use the Louisiana hot sauce ones to make it like a spicy chicken sandwich. Make sure you get it coated really well with the pork skins, and then you're going to pop it in the air fryer. It takes 20 minutes, so pop it in there on 400 degrees for 10 minutes, take it out, flip it, and then put it in for 10 more minutes. This is so good, y'all have got to try it. Like and follow for the keto white bread recipe.
Hey y'all, I'm about to teach you how to make Cajun chicken pasta. So go ahead and wash and prep your chicken. Season it however you would like. Go ahead and cut up your sausage. Add it in there. Throw in some garlic and some butter, chicken broth, and heavy whipping cream. Go ahead and shut the lid closed and cook it on low for about 4 to 6 hours, just depends on your crock pot. And then after the timer is up, you want to pull the chicken out of there, and you can tell it's just falling apart. So it's done, and it is so good. Then you want to go ahead and get your box of noodles, throw it in there, add in some hot water, stir it up, close the lid, throw it on high for 30 minutes. And then you want to shred your chicken. Once it's done, throw it back in the crock pot, add some Parmesan, close the lid for another 15, and then it's good to plate and add with more Cajun, and it's so good.
Okay guys, I'm about to show y'all now how to make some New Orleans crab dip. Let's go. Half a stick of butter. Start off, the heat stays on low the entire time. Now add in 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. Occasionally give it a good stir, guys. Now, for everyone that has my seasoning, go ahead and add something now. For everybody that don't have it, bakers101.com. Check out the Cajun seasoning. Now go ahead and pour in your 8 ounces of crab meat, guys. Now go ahead and mix everything up really well. Now 3 stalks of green onions. Let it simmer on a low heat for 5 minutes, stirring it occasionally. Okay, so now the New Orleans crab dip is done. Check it out. Get you some Ritz crackers and just enjoy it, okay? It's delicious, extremely hot.
Today I'm going to show you how to make queso fresco with just 3 ingredients. Add half a gallon of whole milk to a medium stock pot. Heat up your milk on medium heat until it reaches 185 degrees or before boiling point. Once it reaches the correct temperature, add half a cup of white vinegar. Mix. Once it separates, cover and let sit for 15 minutes. Strain it. Transfer the cheese to a bowl. Add salt to your liking. I added half a teaspoon. Mix. Place a small strainer over a bowl. Add a cheesecloth or a clean towel over the bowl. Add your cheese. Cover. Once the excess liquid is drained, remove from the bowl and place in a bowl of your preference. Refrigerate for 8 hours or overnight. And enjoy.
So what I'm doing is just putting my mozzarella, I'm using mozzarella on my sheet pan, and my oven is at 350 degrees, and we're gonna pop this in just for a couple minutes. They're just melted, okay? That's what they look like. So it's literally in there for like 2 minutes. Now I'm gonna take a spoonful of the beef that we cooked up and put it right in the middle. Hope you guys could see. Right in the middle. And then I'm gonna take the cheese and carefully fold it over, and this is gonna be the ravioli. So I'm gonna try to close the seams, and then this is gonna go back in the oven until it crisps up. The raviolis are ready. I am going to leave them on the sheet pan to cool. All right guys, they've been sitting for like 2 minutes, but look, I can actually pick them up. They're not breaking. You wouldn't know it's not pasta. I swear it's delicious.
Hey guys, Mama G here making some keto stuffed peppers. Start by preheating your oven at 400, then clean your peppers by cutting off the top, cleaning them out and putting them in your baking dish. You're going to saute some onion and garlic, 3 pounds of ground beef, a little salt, pepper, and cinnamon, 20 ounces of crushed tomatoes, and a bag of cauliflower rice. Drain that, put it back in the pan, and put some sharp cheddar cheese in there. Melt that. Fill them up, cover them, and bake them for 45 minutes. Then top them with cheese and broil them. So good.
Did you know that you could refresh a rock-hard baguette? Just run it under the faucet, wrap it tightly in some aluminum foil, put it in the oven, turn the oven on to 300 degrees, and let it cook for 15 minutes. When you take it out, unwrap the foil, and it will be soft as the day you got it.
You ever have those nights where you just don't feel like cooking anything? Well, this is what I do when I have those nights. These frozen crusts from Kibosh have been saving my life lately. I take them out of the freezer, separate them, and sear them on both sides to give them a nice crispy crust. And then I just top them like I would any other pizza. This first one is my boyfriend's favorite. It's a buffalo chicken, and I just throw ranch on the bottom and some chicken that I tossed in buffalo sauce, and then cheese and a little bit of bacon bits at the top. My favorite is just a plain Jane pepperoni and cheese pizza. And fun fact, my first job was working at a pizza restaurant, and I actually really liked it. These are awesome for quick dinners, and they come in so many other flavors. I highly recommend these. You guys should definitely check them out.
Today I'm going to be sharing with you my jalapeno and tomato salsa I grew up with. In a pot, we're going to add tomatoes. I'm going to be using around 8 or as many as you can fit. We're going to add a lot of jalapenos. Don't worry, we're going to control the heat at the end. We're going to be adding about 1 cup of water. Don't put too much because remember, the tomatoes are going to release its juices. Cover it, bring it to a boil, and then lower the heat so we can simmer it for about 25 minutes. After 25 minutes, remove the lid, touch the tomatoes, make sure they're soft, as well as the jalapenos. Throw about 8 garlic cloves, cover it, turn it off, and let it rest for about 20 minutes. Time to blend. Put everything into the blender with salt, as much salt as you want. Then add the jalapenos, slowly, a few at a time. This is where you're gonna control your heat. Blend, taste, and it's ready. An amazing, super simple, easy tomato and jalapeno salsa.